let's talk about Meghan Markle. Now, obviously, you know, everyone seems to have their opinion on her, but she's been trolled, and her worst trolling was while she was pregnant. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a huge Meghan Markle fan, and I think she's done some things which would incite people to have an opinion. However, I would fiercely condemn the idea that she deserves to be trolled. I don't think anyone deserves it. I've been trolled coming off the back of The Apprentice. Everyone gets it. And anyone who's experienced it knows how unpleasant it is. I can't imagine what that would have been as well as she was pregnant, dealing with the hormones of that. So Meghan Markle, I know she's a divisive character, but trolling is always uncalled for.
OK, I'm a bit torn on this because it splits me in numerous ways, because you can think about social media in general. What social media does is it allows people to effectively write a letter, feedback. What was previously points of view back in the day, remember the TV show, you'd write your thoughts down and send in a letter. You'd have to do that now. Tweet, an X, whatever, a Facebook, and it goes to that person's phone. I think Meghan Markle needs to be a little bit tougher and kind of realise that in her, where she is in the world status of fame, she's gonna get it, and you can't control it. It's not right. Of course we know it's not right. And to be criticised while you're pregnant and all that, and evil things being said, but the Beckhams get trolled, footballers get trolled every week. Lots of people in the public eye get some very horrible things said to them. I've had it as well. You had messages. It hurts, but you've got to be tougher. She needs to have a support system around her of people that go, guess what? This is not you. This doesn't matter.
I was just going to say, I think there's a huge difference, though, between criticism, analysis, having an opinion of someone, and then trolling, which I think goes to such a deeper event. And my mum always says it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I think they go too far. The trolls really take it too far sometimes.
I think in a situation like that, you know, you have to stick up for her because on this, and I'll tell you why, because when you're pregnant, you've just been thrust into a whole new world. Remember the world she was in before to this world. She's pregnant, going through all the hormonal changes, you know, thrust in the limelight in a whole different way. That would be a lot to deal with.
Well, it's hard, and also it's scary. I don't know if anyone's ever felt the trolling or whether you have those comments. Some of them can be threatening, some of them can be intimidating. And, you know, and when, like you say, when you're in a vulnerable state, or even if you're just someone, you know, of fame and, you know, you're known, how do you feel going out and about, thinking that's how everyone feels? And we have, you know, sensitive people, like we're all sensitive here. You know, we're all emotionally in tune.
Anyone trolling you.
Yeah, no, but just that one comment, that one bit of negativity, that's the bit that stands out. You might have, as we do, millions of loving, supportive, wonderful comments, but the negative stuff just somehow sticks because it hurts your feelings.
Look, really interested to get your thoughts on this story as well. It came out yesterday, and it's being reported that Meghan Markle is actually seeking advice from top British PR firms now in order to improve her image in this country.
There's some irony in that.
Yeah. Do you think that can be done? Do you think the British people are forgiving and would be very happy to take her back, if you like? Or do you think that too much water has gone under the bridge now?
I think first and foremost, the British public are very protective over the monarchy and the royal family, and I think anything that has threatened that is going to be looked very unfavourably. PR, as I'm learning, is one of the most powerful tools. So there's definitely a way she can have a transition, but that is going to be a huge, insurmountable obstacle to climb.
I think it's more interesting on what that tells us, because if she's trying to win over the British public, it shows that actually she wants to be a part of Great Britain and life here, and therefore Harry must want to be a part. If you're spending the money on PR, then you're actually saying want to make that good. But you could argue that Great Britain is an ex of hers now, and maybe she should have nothing to do with it. Move on.
But it is what keeps them relevant, isn't it? I mean, it's the link to the royal family, whether they like it or not. Right. That's what's made them so famous as a couple. I mean, she used to be an actress, but now it's that she is the Duchess of Sussex.
You're right. Without that storyline, what's left? So I suppose, as you say, there is a connection there where she kind of needs the British press to be back on side. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to go down well. And I even don't think that effort is going to go down well. I think that storyline, people are going to be very dubious as to what her intentions are.
The British public are incredibly forgiving. I mean, they are. Yeah, I really think they are. I think if someone shows... You know, if it depends on the situation, of course, but if someone shows the right kind of remorse and if someone's willing to go, you know what, I messed up, They're incredible. I've not really seen, and I'm not... Obviously, I'm in Britain and I'm saying this, and it's like, are you? But honestly, I just don't think you see that a lot.
Really? So you think if she were to come back to this country with Harry, with the kids, and say, would you need an apology? Do you think the British people would need an apology, or do you think just to come back and be open?
Let me put it to you this way. Imagine if... Because Harry is like, as the rules are, like Britain's son.
Yes.
He's like their son.
Yes.
So they're annoyed with him at the moment.
He could do no wrong.
Hey, you smoke in my house, you get out. Yeah. But
now the royal family are Cypriot. It's brilliant. Hey.
He comes back and he's like, hey, Baba. Now he's very Cypriot. Hey, Baba, very sorry, you know, come on, I did the wrong thing, blah, 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 blah. I do think the British public would be like that. That's the one beautiful thing about this country. That's why when you have things like Children in Need and everyone comes together, there's something about this country that does that.
I think with that analogy, I was just going to say, with that analogy, Harry being the son and mothers looking at their sons can do no wrong. So in that sense, I think Meghan Markle is going to have a higher threshold. Yeah. And I also think actions speak louder than words. I think there's been a lot of words.
Absolutely.
I think we need to see it in
now,
action.
Your son has gone and got married to someone. You do not bring her in my house. Not in my house. And then all of a sudden, bring her over. I'll make her some lamb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like...
I'd love to see it.
Lamb makes everything better.
I'd love that to be the outcome, and we all come back together, one big happy family. But it's yet to be seen.
Yes, it is. Well, you will have an opinion on that one, especially when it comes to Meghan and Harry. So do let us know what you think. GBviews@gbnews.com.